Is the West Asia conflict expanding, and are the battle lines of the Russia-Ukraine war and the Iran-U.S. war merging? As of now, there seems to be a dangerous overlap taking place between the two conflicts in Europe and Asia. In fact, over the weekend, Iran issued a major warning, threatening retaliation after what it claimed was a Ukrainian attack on an Iranian commercial vessel. This is what the statement from the Iranian foreign minister looked like. This was issued on Sunday, condemning the strike on an Iranian commercial vessel in the Caspian Sea. Zelensky has attacked an Iranian commercial vessel, killing a sailor, a blatant UN Charter violation done at Israel's behest to drag Europe into its war. That's the statement from the Iranian foreign minister. This was after Iran's foreign ministry also condemned the attack on the Iranian vessel in the Caspian Sea, saying it resulted in an explosion that killed one sailor and injured another. In fact, as you can see, the Iranian foreign minister has also talked about how the attack will not go unanswered. Now, these are explosive claims coming in from Iran at this point with far-reaching implications. Let's also lay out the context here for you. Geographically speaking, this is the area that we are talking about and why all of these developments carry a lot of significance and weight. Tehran, in fact, described the attack on its vessel as an act of aggression and said that it would defend its national interests and security while accusing Ukraine of seeking to expand the war in Ukraine. The Iranian foreign ministry, meanwhile, summoned Ukraine's chargé d'affaires in Tehran to convey its protest over what it described as a quote-unquote hostile and criminal attack, according to Iran's state news agency. And what has Ukraine said now? Ukraine's foreign minister dismissing Iran's accusations as unjustified and groundless following that attack in the Caspian Sea. Remember, throughout the war in Ukraine, Kiev has had to counter Iranian-designed drones deployed by Moscow. In fact, Kiev has also reportedly offered its drone interception expertise to countries in West Asia that have been suffering strikes from Iran. That's the background. And the Ukrainians have also acknowledged long-range strikes on Iranian ships in the Caspian Sea, saying that they were aimed at military cargo vessels heading for Russia. Zelensky has also earlier warned that North Korea is preparing to send another 30,000 troops to participate in Russia's war on Ukraine. So a lot has been happening on that front as well. But here's the thing, the details of the developments in the Caspian Sea are disputed, and there are bound to be claims and counterclaims. But what triggered these developments in the first place? What went on behind the scenes? Iran claims Ukraine carried out this attack on Israel's behest. Is that really what happened? Or was Ukraine, if at all, it carried out this attack, was it trying to send out a message to Donald Trump, perhaps hoping to put the spotlight on the alleged cooperation between Russia and Iran, with the aim of perhaps turning Trump against Putin at a very crucial time? Remember the background against which these significant developments come. Iran has allegedly long been supplying the Shahid drones to Russia for its war against Ukraine. Russia has long used the Shahid drones in the war, a weapon that analysts sometimes refer to as the poor man's cruise missile. So are the latest ominous developments a sign of things to come? Are seemingly overlapping conflicts now spanning the two continents of Europe and Europe and Asia? And what happens now from here onwards? What will the fallout look like? Iran has warned of unforeseen consequences, like we said, but what exactly will its retaliation be, if at all? In fact, as far as the epicenter of those tensions, the Strait of Hormuz, is concerned as well, Iran has been doubling down on Monday, saying it was still in control of the Strait of Hormuz and not seeking to resume peace talks with the United States after Trump halted the bombing campaign that has the top brass telling him reportedly that had run its course. This came after 13 consecutive nights of intensifying bombing. Trump halted the campaign over the weekend reportedly, and Iran has now said it would suspend its own attacks for as long as America's pause endures. But then in signs on Monday that Tehran may already be testing the effective new ceasefire, Jordan reported shooting down 2 drones, and Iraqi security forces said drones had struck a base of the Iranian Kurdish opposition fighters in northern Iraq. What about the diplomatic efforts, though? The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations said on Sunday itself that Trump had paused the campaign to allow room for negotiations. In fact, Marco Rubio, other U.S. officials have been describing Iran as begging for a deal, quote unquote. But the spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry has said in a televised press conference on Monday that Iran had not asked to resume peace talks with America, and messages reportedly were still being passed between the sides through mediators, and Iran had not forsaken diplomacy. But reports about Iran requesting negotiations with America are fabricated, is what the official had said. Also sending out a strong message. Iran says it will not allow America to dictate decisions on war and peace. The Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman, in fact, also claiming the U.S. is stuck in a self-made quagmire after 5 months. What will Iran's next move be? What will this promised retaliation look like? Is Europe also getting dragged into this war? And will this expand into a wider conflict? Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey is making waves far beyond the box office. In fact, the epic has sparked a surge in interest in learning Greek, with UK searches for Learn Greek jumping 550% in just a month, as audiences look to explore the world behind this legendary tale. Written nearly 3,000 years ago, The Odyssey remains one of the world's greatest literary works. In fact, experts say the adaptation has inspired viewers to dive deeper into the world of Greek mythology, history, and the rich cultural legacy behind the epic. According to reports, interest is growing in both ancient as well as modern Greek. While ancient Greek allows readers to experience the original text, modern Greek, however, helps people connect with Greece and its culture today. And experts say films often inspire people to learn a language by creating an emotional connection as well with the story and its history. But access to ancient Greek remains a challenge. Classics and ancient Greek are still taught more widely in independent schools, while opportunities for students in many state schools continue to be limited. Academics also saying studying ancient languages strengthens critical thinking as it combines history, literature, and language, while encouraging students to analyze complex texts. The Odyssey stars Matt Damon and features a huge cast including Tom Holland, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, and others. The film's retelling of this timeless epic is not only drawing audiences to theaters, but also inspiring many to rediscover the language, its history, the mythology behind one of the world's oldest stories. Shifting focus, the sky is turning black, walls of fire racing across southern Europe. France and Spain battling wildfires so intense that they are creating their own weather patterns, with firestorms generating winds and lightning that can suddenly change direction. More than 300,000 people have been evacuated as the firefighters face an unprecedented battle against these flames threatening major population centers.
Massive infernos are devouring southwestern Europe as France and Spain face their worst wildfire emergency in modern history. Towering pyrocumulonimbus clouds are generating their own erratic winds and lightning, spinning blazes out of human control. In France, the danger is moving closer to Bordeaux. The fire in the Gironde region is just 15 kilometers from a major population center of around 850,000 people. French President Emmanuel Macron held a crisis cabinet meeting. France has deployed about 2,500 firefighters along with soldiers backed by 18 planes and helicopters, including from other European nations. Despite the best equipment, firefighters lament that they are unable to contain the inferno.
We are powerless today. It has eaten everything in its path. It has invaded us completely. It has eaten all our forest heritage. It's moving. So we are forced to do what we can with what we have today because we lack resources tremendously. It's very, very complicated today, you see, and it is here today and it has eaten everything. It is now heading to Blagon. It's unmanageable.
Weather department in France warned temperatures could reach 40 degrees Celsius this week, creating even tougher conditions for crews already battling exhausted forests and dry vegetation. Spain is facing its own devastating wildfire crisis. Evacuation centers have been set up in the Spanish capital as wildfires continue to rage across the west of the Madrid region and the Valencia region. A total of 76,000 people have been evacuated in Spain.
I don't know. There are no words for this. We don't know if when we get to the town we'll have half the house burned down, or we'll have it intact, or we won't have a house, all the clothes, all the memories, everything. The only thing I had time to grab was a kit I have for the dogs.
A large wildfire broke out on Italy's Garganao Peninsula, forcing hundreds of tourists and beachgoers to evacuate. Climate scientists warn that what is playing out across France and Spain may be a new normal. For now, communities hold together, volunteers pour in, and firefighting crews take the next line. The story is not over. The aftermath will be counted in lost homes, altered landscapes, and the continent asking how to stop a blaze that fights back. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
As China continues to expand the world's largest navy and Pakistan threatens its underwater warfare capabilities as well, New Delhi meanwhile responding with a clear strategic objective: a 200-ship Indian Navy by 2035. And this 200-ship target is not just about increasing numbers, it's also about building a stronger, more self-reliant naval force capable of safeguarding India's interests across the Indian Ocean. According to defense experts, that vision is taking shape with the recent commissioning of 2 indigenous warships, a stealth frigate and an anti-submarine warfare vessels. And experts say their induction reflects India's growing confidence in domestic naval construction. Because INS Mahendragiri, for example, is designed by the Indian Navy's Warship Design Bureau and built by Mazagon Dock shipbuilders with nearly 75% indigenous content. A strong example of the Atmanirbhar push in the defense sector. At present, the Indian Navy operating over 140 vessels, including destroyers, frigates, submarines, while another 50 warships are under construction. Throughout this year, a new Indian warship, on average, is reportedly entering service roughly every 6 weeks. And in the past month and a half alone, the Navy has commissioned as many as 5 indigenous vessels. In late June, for example, Prime Minister Modi commissioned 3 indigenously built warships in Kolkata, including INS Donagiri, a stealth frigate packed with advanced weapons and sensors, like the BrahMos missiles and also modern air defense systems, massively boosting the Navy's combat capabilities. The INS Sanchadak was also commissioned on the same day, one of India's latest survey vessels. The ship is designed to map the oceans and collect crucial hydrographic data. Equipped with autonomous underwater vehicles, it further strengthens maritime domain awareness. And completing the trio is the one built to detect and neutralize underwater threats in shallow waters. Its advanced sonar systems and torpedoes making it a key asset against enemy submarines. According to defense experts, meanwhile, the recent launches by the Indian Navy indicated that the 200-ship target is steadily moving towards reality. Reports say the seventh and final ship of the Nilgiri-class frigate, INS Vindhyagiri, is also expected to join the fleet within months. Beyond that, 7 next-generation Project 17 Bravo warships are also in the pipeline, highlighting India's long-term commitment to modernizing its fleet. In fact, Prime Minister Modi recently said the launching of new ships are proof that India no longer wants to remain merely a buyer in the global defense market.
आज भारत रक्षा क्षेत्र में केवल खरीदार बनकर नहीं रहना चाहता। हमारी सैन्य शक्ति दुनिया के लिए बाजार नहीं बन सकती।
India, remember, has also set an even bigger milestone, achieving complete self-reliance in naval shipbuilding, including critical components, by the year 2047, while also becoming one of the world's top 5 shipbuilding nations by the centenary of independence. But experts say challenges do remain. For example, India still imports specialized steel and several high-end technologies, while according to experts, supply chain gaps and aging shipyard infrastructure continue to slow progress. And to overcome these, India is taking several steps, including forming key strategic partnerships, and that's a crucial factor. India and Japan, for example, have already signed an agreement to jointly develop the Unicorn stealth mast for future warships, while discussions on co-producing Japan's Mogami-class frigate, reflecting New Delhi's focus on technology collaboration without compromising on self-reliance. And the regional backdrop also making these efforts increasingly significant. China, for example, already operates more than 370 warships and continues to project power across the Indo-Pacific. Pakistan reportedly set to receive 8 Chinese-built Hangar-class attack submarines. For India, strengthening the Navy is not simply a military objective. It is essential for protecting sea lanes, securing trade, deterring potential threats, and also reinforcing India's position as a major maritime power in the Indo-Ocean region. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.